2 days ago, the Department of Defense and Pentagon released a report announcing that a repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell would pose minimal risk to military operations. The report reignited discussion in Washington, and a renewed debate in Senate is imminent. All too often, however, we're distanced from these debates and forced to garner what we can from newspapers, blogs, television, and other sources of media. But tonight, we have an unprecedented opportunity to hear a story direct from a man who's been at the front lines of the Don't Ask, Don't Tell debate. With his experience and perspective unfiltered by camera lenses or a reporter's microphone, you can draw your own conclusions about what direction our nation should take.
While I would go into these Shia and Sunni reconciliation meetings with these sheikhs, tribal leaders, government officials, I would start off the most eloquent of all poems, the Iraqi poetry, 100 years ago, the most famous one written by the Nabis. وسيف ورمح برطاس وطن أنا الذي نذر أعمال شعري وأصنع كلماتي من ذي صمت. The horses in the night in the desert, they know me. The sword and the spear, the pen and the scroll, they all know who I am. They know me. I am the one that can make the deaf to hear my poetry. I'm the one that can make the blind to read my prose. They know me. They know who I am. Well, I'm preaching these things today. You should never be afraid of who you are. In Iraq, he said, we're trying to help you to build a government that is pluralistic, a government that's open, and society, all kinds of people, regardless of your political or your religious orientation, you can have access to all of the resources. You can be equal. Doesn't matter where you came from. Don't be afraid. While I was saying these things, open government, where everybody has equal access and resources to pluralistic democracy, I have to deal with it. Don't ask, don't tell. How can I love my neighbor as myself if the Bible verses are teaching me not to love myself? And a message for anybody that's here. You might be questioning who you are deep down inside, or maybe you've known for a long time. If you really want to follow that command, which is not just relevant in the Christian tradition, but exists in all of the world's civilizations and religious traditions. If you want to love your neighbor as yourself, you first have to love yourself. God created you gay. God created you lesbian. God made you bisexual or transgender, made you that way. You have to love yourself first. And then you can show that love to somebody else. If you really love someone, like we learn in the Bible, the 3 kinds of love. What are those 3 kinds of love? The sexual love. There's the friendly love, like being on Facebook. And then there's the unconditional love. If you really want to love somebody unconditionally, how can you hold a secret of your own truth? If you trust that person, like we say, to pray for your enemies, love your enemies, pray for those who persecute you. How can we really hold to that if we're holding the truth from them? 3 words. 3 words that Ralph Abernathy and Dr. Martin Luther King and Jesse Jackson taught us throughout the entire civil rights movement. 3 words. I am somebody. And when we say that as gay people and transgender people, say, I am somebody. Will you say it after me? I am somebody. I deserve full equality. Right here. Right now. I am somebody. I am somebody. I am somebody. I am somebody. How many people felt like you were somebody when you were saying that? It doesn't matter. You could be rich, you could be poor, you could be an immigrant, you could have been here for 17 generations. But you have a little light, no matter what your age, no matter what people tell you, that you are naive, that you are unsophisticated, it doesn't matter, because you have that little light. And so long as somebody else sees it, then you are being true to all of those who have come before you with your little light. You say, I